has always had a sound, the scream of a fighter jet, the roar of a rocket, the thunderous boom of an interception. But what if the next war is silent? What if the first line of defense is no longer an explosion in the sky, but an invisible wall of energy? Now, while the title says, "Deployed this month," the reality is a little more complex. Over the past year, Israel has been quietly fielding a revolutionary new air defense network, with some components becoming operational very recently. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a total reimagining of what it means to control the sky. They're rolling out 5 systems that are fundamentally changing the rules of warfare, and one of them fires beams of pure energy. In this video, we're revealing all 5. Let's start with a threat that isn't just one missile, but 100 at once. Imagine a swarm of intelligent drones coordinating their attack, or a barrage of missiles all networked together. How do you shoot down something that can think and attack from every direction? The old answer was a volley of expensive interceptors. The new answer is to fight electronics with electronics. Coming in at number 5 is the Scorpius-G, a system that doesn't fire a single projectile. Developed by Israel Aerospace Industries, IAI, Scorpius is a ground-based electronic warfare system that creates an impenetrable electronic dome over a huge area. Think of it less like a machine gun and more like a massive, invisible wall of jamming energy. It uses what's called Active Electronically Scanned Array, or AESA technology, to scan the entire sky at once. And here's the game-changing part. Older jammers were like floodlights, blasting energy everywhere, and often messing with friendly forces. Scorpius is smarter. Its IASTA tech lets it form multiple narrow beams, like a dozen laser pointers, that can lock onto and disable tons of threats at the same time, across the entire electromagnetic spectrum. It can blind a drone's sensors, sever a smart bomb's communication link, and disrupt a cruise missile's navigation. Simultaneously, it basically turns an enemy's smartest weapons into dumb pieces of metal. The system is so sensitive it can pick up even faint signals from incredible distances and neutralize them before they're a danger. By creating this soft kill bubble, Scorpius-G acts as the first, silent layer of defense. It takes out threats without firing a shot, freeing up missile interceptors for whatever might get through. It's proof of a new reality in warfare. Sometimes the most powerful weapon is the one you can't see or hear at all. That electronic dome is great for protecting a city or a base, but modern battlefields are constantly moving. Armored columns are on the go, and special forces operate deep in hostile territory. These units face a lethal, ever-present threat from cheap drones and surprise mortar attacks. You can't exactly pack an Iron Dome battery onto the back of a Humvee. So, how do you protect forces on the move? At number 4, we have the answer: Lite Beam. If Iron Beam is the broadsword of laser defense, Lite Beam is the rapier. Displayed for the first time in late 2024, this system is now being fielded with frontline units for operational evaluation. Lite Beam is a compact, 10-kilowatt laser designed to be mounted on light vehicles, like a JLTV, giving them a mobile shield against immediate threats. The problem it solves is simple but deadly. A small, off-the-shelf drone can be turned into a weapon that can disable a multi-million-dollar tank. A mortar can be fired with almost no warning. For any modern army, that cost-exchange ratio is a nightmare. Lite Beam flips that script. Developed by Rafael Advanced Defense Systems, the same minds behind Iron Dome and Iron Beam, this system offers an incredibly cost-effective solution. With a range of a few kilometers, it's not meant to stop ballistic missiles. It's designed to create a protective bubble around a moving convoy or a forward operating base. When its sensors spot a drone or an incoming mortar, the laser locks on and burns it out of the sky in seconds. Each shot costs just a few dollars in electricity, a massive contrast to the tens of thousands for a traditional interceptor. This system gives Israeli ground forces a powerful tool that travels with them, ready to vaporize threats at the speed of light. For years, it was the holy grail of air defense, a weapon that could offer unlimited interceptions at almost zero cost. It was talked about, tested, and promised. But now, it's fast becoming a reality. Israel is beginning the operational integration of the weapon that changes everything: the Iron Beam. The problem has always been about money. For over a decade, the Iron Dome has been a lifesaver, with a success rate over 90% against short-range rockets. But each Tamir interceptor costs tens of thousands of dollars. When you're facing barrages of hundreds of cheap rockets, the cost of defense can become unsustainable. You can win every single battle and still go bankrupt. Enter the Iron Beam, one of the world's first operational high-power laser interceptors. Developed by Rafael, this 100-kilowatt class laser doesn't fire a missile. It fires a concentrated beam of pure energy. It's being integrated directly into Israel's multi-layered defense array, where an AI will help decide in real time whether to fire a costly missile or a cheap laser bolt. When a threat is launched, a rocket, drone, or mortar, the system locks on and fires. The beam travels at the speed of light, and as long as it has power, it has virtually unlimited ammo. The cost per shot, reportedly just a few dollars. There's no interceptor debris, which minimizes collateral damage on the ground. After a prototype was combat-proven against real-world threats, the final, more powerful system is now being fielded, with the goal of becoming fully operational across the country by the end of 2025. This isn't just a new weapon, it's a paradigm shift that makes defending against mass attacks economically survivable for the first time. This kind of innovation is what shapes the future of global security. We spend countless hours researching these breakthroughs to give you the details you won't find anywhere else. If you find this analysis valuable, take a second to hit that subscribe button and join us as we explore the technology building tomorrow's world. Your support is what makes these deep dives possible. The threats we've talked about so far are relatively slow, but what happens when the enemy is moving at over 5 times the speed of sound? Hypersonic missiles, which can maneuver unpredictably in the upper atmosphere, are the new apex predators of modern warfare. They're designed to be unstoppable. So how do you stop the unstoppable? At number 2, we have Israel's answer, a system currently in advanced development, the Arrow 4, jointly developed by Israel's Missile Defense Organization and the U.S. Missile Defense Agency. Arrow 4 is a next-generation interceptor engineered specifically to hunt and destroy hypersonic threats. See, traditional ballistic missiles fly in a predictable arc, making them relatively simple to track and hit. Hypersonic glide vehicles are a whole different animal. They can change course mid-flight, making their path nearly impossible to guess, and shrinking the window for interception to just seconds. The Arrow program has been Israel's shield against long-range missiles for years, but Arrow 4 is a quantum leap forward. It's being designed with far greater agility and next-gen seekers to engage these highly maneuverable targets. Crucially, it's being built to kill threats both inside and outside the atmosphere, a key feature for tackling hypersonic weapons that fly on the edge of space. It will also use a shoot-look-shoot doctrine, allowing it to fire an interceptor, get updated tracking data mid-flight for a course correction, and even fire a second one if needed. This dramatically increases the probability of a kill. With several nations racing to perfect their hypersonic arsenals, the demand for a credible defense is exploding. While it's not operational yet, the development of Arrow 4 signals Israel's intent to have an answer ready for one of the most daunting challenges in modern warfare. We've seen the silent electronic shield, the mobile laser guardians, the light speed sword, and the hypersonic hunter. Each one is a technological masterpiece, but the most powerful and most secretive system in this network isn't a single weapon. It's the ghost in the machine that's learning to command them all. The number one tech is the evolving AI-driven integrated command network. Think of it as a digital general in training. For years, Israel's air defense has been multi-layered: Iron Dome for short range, David's Sling for medium range, and Arrow for long-range threats. But how do you get all those layers to work as one seamless defense, especially when facing a complex attack of drones, cruise missiles, and hypersonic weapons all at once? The problem is decision speed. A human operator, no matter how skilled, can't process thousands of data points and assign the perfect weapon to hundreds of targets in the split second required. The solution is to progressively hand more of the decision-making cycle over to an AI. This unified shield concept is about linking every sensor, from radar to satellites, and every shooter into a single cognitive brain. The AI's job is to analyze every threat, classify it, predict its trajectory, and run a cost-benefit analysis in milliseconds. Should it use a multi-million-dollar arrow interceptor for a hypersonic target or a free shot from an iron beam laser for a simple rocket? The goal is for the AI to make that choice instantly, allocating resources with a brutal efficiency no human team could ever match. In recent conflicts, Israel's Ministry of Defense has already confirmed that advanced AI and digital systems have demonstrated exceptional performance. So while a single, all-powerful AI isn't in charge just yet, the system is learning and getting smarter every day. The ultimate secret weapon isn't made of steel or lasers, it's being built from pure data and intelligence. From silent electronic domes and mobile laser cannons to light-speed interceptors and hypersonic hunters, all increasingly commanded by AI. This is the new face of air defense. The recent fielding and ongoing development of these 5 systems mark a pivotal moment. The age of purely kinetic warfare, of just missile versus missile, is giving way to a new era of silent, intelligent, and brutally efficient defense. It's an invisible shield, forged from energy and algorithms. But these technologies raise profound questions. As defenses become this effective, will it make conflicts less likely, or will attackers just develop even more extreme weapons in response? And what happens when this level of AI-driven defense spreads around the world? We'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below.